In this video, I'm going to explain you about schema markup. What is schema markup, which is very essential in technical SEO. So in this video, we will learn how to generate schema markup for your website, how it is important in SEO terms, and how you can check your schema markup for your website. And if your website is not having schema markup, in that case, how you can check it. Hello everyone, I'm Shivani Goyal. Welcome to WsCube Tech. So let's start with the basic definition about schema markup. What exactly that schema markup is. So the schema markup is a code that helps search engine to understand your content and a better representation it in the search engine. With the help of this particular code, here we help our search engine understand our website in a better way. Let's suppose here we have two different websites and both websites having same type. In that case, to understand the search engine about your website address, URL, context, it might be difficult. So, just to make your search engine work easier, here we create one schema markup where we have some structured data like some specific keyword like your @text, @context. We use this specific keyword and here we generate one schema code which helps search engine to read our website. Schema markup is a way to describe your content to search engine in a way they can understand. And this is done by adding a piece of code to your HTML that consists of predefined tag, or you can say semantic vocabulary that search engine understands. Now the question is why it is important. So schema markups powers rich snippets which often have high click-through rate than your regular search engines. So this means that we are getting more traffic because in case of schema markup, here we help search engine to understand our website in the better. So this is the one advantage which we are getting. And what advantage we are getting from the Google, that Google will give us higher ranking and higher click-through rate. However, the primary function of the markup is to help search engine better understand your content. Now, how this particular structure look like? Let me explain you how schema markup code look like. So this is just a set of tags which is added in your HTML code. These are not visible to users but can be reached by search engine when crawling your pages. And the structured data can be in the form of microdata or JSON item. Don't worry if this is too technical for you, because as we can see here, we have a very easy ways to add your structured data to your website without knowing any technical details. So here you can see this is the one preview of your structured data where we have this HTML code, and in these HTML code we have some special tags here like your context, type, URL, name, contact point. So these are the fixed tags. You can say a fixed structure which schema markup is adopted. So in order to make their job easier and faster, major search engines have agreed to a set of common standards and which are known as schemas. So schema cover many content types including your article, video, images, but also different type of entities like your organizations, local businesses, people, and many. So just to make your search snippet informative and attractive, search structured data enhances your website presence on the search engine result page with rich snippet. This means that your entry in Google search result will be more attractive and informative than others, and this will lead to better click-through rate and more visits to your website. Here you can see this is an example here that with the help of structured data markup, how the structured data enhance your website presence on search engine result page. Now, the schemas are great for local SEO. For your local SEO, here what we have to do, for local SEO, here we have to generate one schema markup. With structural data, you can give search engine more information about your local businesses, including address, contact information. For this, what we have to do, we have to simply mention in the type that is your local business. And when you simply select local businesses, then you have to give details accordingly. And then the schema markup is generated according to the local businesses. And in conjunction with a well-organized Google My Business pages, you can boost your local SEO. For your shopping campaign, so structured data markup is also required for Google shopping campaigns. When setting up your shopping campaigns on the Google ad, you need to have micro data on your product landing pages so that Google can verify the data submitted in the shopping page. So without this micro data, it is very likely that your shopping campaigns will not be optimized. For your AMP pages, so the schema markup is also required for your AMP pages, which are your accelerated mobile pages, rely heavily on the data, structured data for some of their advanced features. If you want your AMP pages to appear in the top stories carousel on the mobile search result, then you need to have structured data implemented on your AMPs. Now, for your voice SEO, so structured data markup also help you in your voice SEO. So currently, when you voice search something on the Google, so it might give you a voice answer. And if there is a featured snippet for that search term. Now the question is how to add schema markup on your website. So now that you are convinced about the importance of the structured data for SEO purposes, now let's see how you can use it on your website. So before understand that, let me first explain you how you can create schema markup. So for generating your schema markup, let me take help to Google. I simply visit on Google and I simply type on Google, that is schema generator. Here we have result. Let me select first one, that is your technicalseo.com. On this particular site, here we have the schema generator tool. In this particular tool, what we have to do, we have to choose which schema.org markup would you like to create. In that case, you can choose your article. In that case, you can choose your blog posting, any new article. If you want to create schema generator for your breadcrumbs, you have to select that. If you want to generate your schema generator for event, then you can choose that. Also for your FAQ, how to, for any job posting, for local SEO or for any local businesses, we simply choose local businesses here and then give information accordingly. For any particular organization, we choose organization. For logo, for contact, for social profiles. For any specific person, any specific profile if you want to generate, for that you can simply choose person. Then for your shopping campaigns, here we can choose our product here, recipes, video, or for any website if you want to generate schema markup for your site link search box. So these are the type of schema generator available here. So you can generate your schema markup accordingly. Let's suppose if you want to generate schema markup for your organization, then you have to simply click on organization. In that case, you have to simply type your organization type. Let's suppose your organization type is NGO, then you have to select that. You have to type your more specific NGO if you have. Type the name of your NGO here. Then type the URL of your NGO here. Any contact if you want to add or any social profile if you want to add, then you have to choose that accordingly. And now in the right hand side here you can see this script. This is your schema generator here. You have to simply copy that and paste in the head section of your website if your website is not on WordPress. But if your website is on WordPress, in that case we can take help of one of the plugins and then we can use that. Let me explain you that. So before explaining that, let me explain you some of the special common uses of schema markup. So So before getting into the implementation part, you need to know which structured data you have to use. These are the common cases available. First, we have for your blog part. If you have a blog, then you can use the website schema to give Google information about your website, logo, name, etc. And also the article schema for your articles and the blog post. For your e-commerce website, you can also use the product schema, which include details about your product, price, name, reviews. For local businesses, here local businesses can make use of the local businesses schema as well as website. Now the question is how to implement. The one way of implementing this is a manual editing, which I already explained you, like with the help of technicalseo.com. Here you can manually create that and simply add it in the head section of your website. And the second way is to add through. Now let me explain you how with the help of particular plugin you can. For this, let me visit on my website. So this is my website here. Let me log in that. Let me log in my WordPress account here. Now we are done with our logging part. After that, you have to install one plugin, that is your all-in-one SEO. So install your plugin. We have to simply visit on plugin section, and here you have to click on add new, and in the add new section you have to simply mention your plugin name, that is all-in-one SEO. So after done with your installation part, your plugin will appear in the left hand side. Here you can see that is your all-in-one SEO. Then you have to click on that all-in-one SEO plugin and you have to select search appearance. When we visit on search appearance, here you can see this is the snippet preview of your website. Here you can see this is the preview here. This is the separator character here. This is the home. Then you have to simply scroll down and here you can see one knowledge graph, which is your schema markup generator. In that case, you have to choose your person or organization, which your website, like here you have to choose organization. If your website represents to an organization, then you have to mention your name of your website, mention the phone number here, you have to select your country code here, then your contact type, that is your manual entry type, any customer support number you are providing, you have to choose that. Then you have to choose your logo here. After done with that, if you want to do your local SEO setting, then you have to simply click on your go to local SEO option, and then you can also do your local SEO setting, and after done with that, you have to simply click on save changes. This is how you can create schema markup with the help of plugin in your WordPress, which is very simple. Now you have to check, is your website already having schema markup generator or not. For this, what we have to do, for testing your schema markup, we can take help of the Google Structured Data Markup tool. Here, to make the manual process, which is a bit easier, we can take help of the Google Structured Data Markup tool, where you have to open your Structured Data Helper tool. You have to select the type of the schema you want to add. You have to mention the URL of your website and you have to click on start. This is how your Structured Data Manual Helper tool works. This is to create schema markup for your website. So this tool will load your web page in the left pane, and in the right pane you get a list of the available tags for the selected schema type. And all you have to do now is to highlight the areas of your website and assign them to tags. Then it is recommended to you use the Jordan LD markup format. The generator output is a script you can insert in the head section of your web pages. Just before adding to the website, you can check using the structured data testing tool the validity of your code. So for checking the validity of your code, here we can take help of the structured data testing tool. For adding structured data with the help of a plugin, as I already explained in the WordPress, it is very easy to use the plugin as I already did. Now, adding the schema using the used SEO plugin, as we already discussed one plugin, which is your all-in-one SEO. You can also take help of your used SEO plugin, which is also a good plugin here. That is the free version of the used SEO plugin, has built-in support for a number of the schema, including your web page, organization, person, article, images, video, local SEO. And all you have to do is to go in the search appearance, same as we did in the all-in-one SEO plugin. And here you have to choose whether the site represents an organization or a person. Here you have to choose. You can also click social and add the URLs to your social media pages. The plugin will associate your page with your social media pages using the same as tag. The web page, article and image schema is handled automatically by the plugin, so you don't have to do anything. Now, how to check? For this, we have to simply visit on the tool that is known as Structured Data Testing Tool. And in this, we have the two ways to troubleshoot structured data error with the Google Search Console. URL inspection tool, that is a one-way. Enhancement report, view the report under the enhancement section of the Google Search Console. And the Google will show your detail about the various features such as your logo, product, site map, site link, search box, and many more. The second, we can simply take help of the structured data testing tool. Let me explain you how you can do that. For this, we have to simply visit on Google. You have to simply type structured data testing. In this, you have to simply click on that. You have to click on Schema Markup Validator, and then you have to mention your website URL. Let's suppose my website URL. Let me copy that. You have to click on Run Test. If your website having Schema Markup, then this is available here. Here you can see that is your Schema Markup. That is your type, ID, URL, name, description. Everything about your website is mentioned here. That means that your website having Schema Markup. Now, the key learnings from the Schema Markup is the structured data is important for SEO, and it is something you will need to consider sooner or later if you want to stay in line with modern SEO practices. So the first step is to check whether your website is using Schema Markup data, and the easiest way to do this is to use Google Structured Data Testing Tool and test your homepage and other pages. If you use markup data but there are no errors in the testing tool, then it may be easier to hire a developer to do the necessary fix. And if you don't have the schema on your pages, then use the methods described above to add. So this is all about Schema Markup. Thank you so much for watching this video.